Hi guys, welcome back to another Golfholics vlog. Today Claire and I are out at the Crosby Club in San Diego. We're really excited to be out here. We're gonna film a little tutorial for you guys. Claire's gonna tell you what we're doing. Alright, so today we are going to talk about bunker shots. So first we're gonna run through kind of just the basic rules for hitting any greenside bunker. Stance, grip, club face, etc. And then we are going to run through a couple different kinds of greenside bunker shots. Yeah, we're gonna show you how we play them, kind of what we think when we get up to the green, kind of what we see. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys like the video today, definitely give it a like and subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new, we'd love for you to stick around and come hang out with us. So we're gonna head to a greenside bunker. Come on! All right, so we are at the first hole of the Crosby. We're at the greenside bunker. This bunker in particular is pretty deep, so we're going to show you how to hit a nice high soft shot out of the bunker. So as you can see, this bunker is fairly deep. Claire has about 15 feet to work with. Honestly, she's got to get this high up in the air. She's got to stop it in order to get it close, and she's going to kind of run you through it. All right, Claire, so when it comes to this shot, what are the kind of first things you think about? What does your stance look like? Okay. What club are you hitting? Okay, awesome, yeah. So out of the bunker, it's really, really rare, particularly just a greenside bunker, not necessarily that dreaded 40-yard bunker shot. I'm gonna take a 58 degree or the 60 degree in your bag. And that's to get it up faster and have it stop faster. It's that control that you're always looking for on those short shots. My stance in the bunker is always open to the hole. It's never square or close to the hole. That's recipe for a shake. So what I like to do for a bunker shot is I'll draw my line from, I'm gonna be maybe a foot left of the hole. So I'll draw back. All right, so I have my spot on the ground here. That's in line with where I want it to go. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my club face first and then set my feet or my stance in relation to that. And you're setting your club essentially in line with that little, obviously she has a little mark there for reference, but that's what she's lining her club up to. So like she said, it's gonna be a foot from the flag, and then she's gonna set her feet. All right, so I have set this club face square, and again, this is illegal, don't do this in a round, but set my face square to this line here. That's open to it, that's close to it, it's square to it, and it's also wide open. A lot of people think that this is open. No, it is not. It has to face the sky, essentially. You should see the sun gleaming down on it. And then what I'll do from there is I will open my stance comfortably to that. So that's the setup for a greenside bunker shot, and then the swing is very different from any other swing in golf. We're in our setup, and the swing is, for me, never gonna come inside this way. I always hit my best bunker shots when the swing path travels up and out, and what I'll find is that it's along the same path as my feet. So my feet are open, so the club face is gonna travel along that path. So open, down, left, and open. And what that does is it keeps the club face open through the ball, and I'll just make sure that the club face continues to travel down and underneath the golf ball, which will kind of pancake it out, pop it up, and have it loft up there, land soft, and stop quick. Perfect. You want to put it all together? Let's put it all together, folks. So she's going to go in with that club face open, just slightly left of the target. Her feet are going to be open. She's going to take that club head back. Beautiful. Yay! Another tip that's really good is using the bounce of the club here. So you're not ever gonna be digging down into the ground with the leading edge here. You're gonna actually hit the ground with the bounce. So it looks like this. And then it pops the ball up. Yep. Beautiful. All right, so those are just my basic tips for how to hit a greenside bunker shot. So to recap, essentially you open that club face and you open it relative to your line, so it's square to your line. And you can gauge that by the leading edge here. It's a straight line, so it needs to be perpendicular to your line, yes? And wide open, facing the sky, not sort of open. Greenside bunker shots, really wide open, and then your stance is open relative to that, so whatever feels comfortable relative to that open club face. And then swing along your stance, which is open, so out and then down and open. Yeah, hit the sand about 2 inches behind the ball with this bounce here, not with the leading edge, otherwise it will dig. And yeah, that should pop the ball high up in the sky for you, get it to land soft and more consistent. All right, so we just broke down pretty much a basic bunker shot around the green with Claire. So I'm gonna build on that here. Behind me, we have about a 30 to 35 yard bunker shot. This is probably one of the more harder bunker shots in the game. It's definitely something that requires a lot of practice, a lot of trial and error, knowing what club to hit. Unlike shots that are kind of directly around the green with not a lot of green to work with, we do most of the time either go with like a sand wedge or a 58. That's kind of your baseline. But for something like we have behind me, depending on how much green we have to work with and where the lip is kind of dependent on what club we're going to choose. So for this one behind me, I have a lot of green to work with, but my lip is kind of high. So most of the time I would probably take like a 50 or even sometimes like a pitching wedge if I really think I have a low lip and I need to run it out. But in this case, I'm going with a 54 because unfortunately I still need a little bit of loft to work with. So that's kind of what I'm gonna break down here. All right, so this is the shot that Paris has. As you can see, there's a little bit of a lip here and the pin is way back there, maybe 35 yards away. All right, so unlike our first hole here, I'm not necessarily worried about getting it up in the air as quickly as possible. My lip's a little high, but I definitely have some room to work with. So I'm not gonna take as open of a stance as Claire did in the first hole. This one, I'm actually gonna probably be a little bit more square. And honestly, I'm not really gonna even open the face up that much. I feel like with a 54, I have enough to get it over this lip. And normally on a bunker shot around the green where we have to get high and soft, we want to hit it, you know, like Claire said, with the bounce about 2 inches behind the ball. On this one, it's definitely going to be a lot closer. We're not going to hit the ball first. We're not going to take 2 inches. I'm probably going to hit it about, I don't know, ½ inch, an inch behind the ball. And that's going to allow us, there's going to be essentially less sand in between the club face and the ball. So it's going to make the ball go farther with the impact that we have coming into the shot. Speed is another one that's really important here. We really need to make sure we're accelerating that way because we still will have sand in between the club head and the ball. I'm going to kind of show you how I set up here. I'm looking at this shot and it's going to go uphill, so I think we're kind of good here. I'm just going to go with the pin on this one. Line up my club face to the target. Now if the green was sloping, obviously I'd have to take you know, into that account, but for right now I'm just going to go with the pin. I do open my stance up a little bit naturally. I did fail to mention that, so that's what I'm going to do here. I am going to put this a little bit farther in the back of my stance since we aren't going to catch as much sand as we did with the last shot. Take about a 3/4 swing and go for it. Beautiful. All right, so that landed just before that ridge and kind of got up on top there, just a little bit short of the pin. Really good though, from about 35 yards. And then one of the next things you want to kind of look for is where you're going to land it on the green. That's obviously really important. From what I just learned on that first shot there, I need to land it pretty much like right below where that little ridge is. And then that's also going to help you decide which club you're going to hit. So my 54 is good here. It's going to fly me to the end. If I had a lower lip, I would probably land it a lot closer to me than that. Like if I were to use a pitching wedge, obviously I'd want to land it maybe just on the green and let it roll out. So obviously look for the shot that you have and kind of go from there. Beautiful, gorgeous, maybe about 4 feet. Yeah, I really made sure I accelerated through the ball there. You still gotta, especially when the sand is kind of fluffy like this, you're gonna need a lot of momentum to get through it. So I had Claire move to this angle so I can kind of show you what my stance looks like. We rolled the ball in and actually worked out pretty nicely. It's going to be in the back of my stance here. I'm a little open. My club is actually square. In our previous video, Claire had the club face open, mine's square at impact, just to make sure I have, I still have enough loft obviously to get over that lip, but
want to propel it forward.
Yeah, I want to have a little less loft here so that I make sure it goes the farther distance.
Forward, not up.
Exactly. Alright guys, that's going to conclude today's bunker tutorial. If you guys liked it, definitely give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We really hope you guys learned a little bit something. I know there were some good tips in there.
Yeah, so there are some differences between that high and soft bunker shot and then that dreaded 30 to 40 yard bunker shot. As we saw with the high and soft, face open, stance open, and really just kind of pancaking it out of there.
A longer bunker shot, you don't need to open the club face as much. Definitely make sure you have the right club in your hand for the shot. Obviously something with a little less loft if you need to hit it farther. That's basically the main thing, and not as much sand behind the ball. So we hope you guys enjoyed those tips today. Definitely leave a comment down below what you guys want to see. We want to film a lot of tips for you guys. If you're struggling with something in your game, definitely let us know and we can kind of go over it with you and help you guys out. So we will see you soon for another vlog. Bye. Guys! Oh, it's still going.
Last and final tip. Don't forget to rake the bunker. That was so awkward. Okay. Big energy, big energy.
Hey guys, welcome back to another golf. And pretty good shot there.
And that's how it's done, folks.
All right. You got it? I got it.
Okay.
Doing a little bit better today, so we'll see.
She had a Red Bull.
I had a Red Bull. It's already hitting me good. As you can see, this is the bunker that we're kind of working with here. Claire's gonna hop in there. I probably tell her to go around because it's it's so steep.
I'm kind of winded from raking it.
It's okay.